California governor and presidential hopeful Gavin Newsom just screwed California residents even more when it comes to their Second Amendment, while not going after criminals which are running amok in Californian cities. Yeah, I want to tell you all about this bill and what happened as an immediate result, because that's good and some people in our community deserve acknowledgement. But before I anger you, I'd like to thank the sponsor of the video, and that's the Sonoran Desert Institute. I know a lot of you out there like to repair and modify your own guns. And if you're looking for a way to take your hobby to the next level, then SDI can help. The online programs at SDI cover armorers courses, gunsmithing, ballistics, woodworking and finishes, shooting sports management, and much, much more. Plus, the tools and materials are shipped directly to your door for hands-on practice. It's never been a better time to get an education that you can actually use on the job and make money doing something you love. So what are you waiting for? Visit sdi.edu/GNG to learn more. Link is down below in the pinned comment as well as in the description. Thank you to SDI for being phenomenal friends, not just to the channel, but to myself, Christian, and the crew. You guys are thebomb.com. All right, let's talk about quick a couple of things. I'm going to highlight what Governor Newsom signed into law. In California, again, this is a violation of the Second Amendment. It is a violation of the Constitution and thus does not apply. It is an illegal law. But let's tell you real quick what they did, because it's similar to every other anti-gun state in response to the Supreme Court's Bruen decision, the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruen case, which said that unless your state law is consistent with the text, history, and tradition of the country's firearm regulation around the time of the adoption of the Second Amendment, unless it's consistent with that, it is unconstitutional. And we've seen a lot of these types of gun laws get destroyed and removed. And you're seeing a lot of the judicial system at work. People, states are appealing stuff, and they're all coming to a crashing halt soon, believe me. But some of the things that this governor imposed on his people to make life better for them is an additional 11% tax on firearms and ammunition. That's about 20% tax now that people will have to pay on top of the excise tax that's already in these products. Increase the tax, make it more difficult for poor people to obtain items to defend their lives against the rising criminals who are robbing and maiming and attacking and killing people regularly in the crime-ridden state of California. Not the whole area, a lot of it's still beautiful, but like San Francisco and Los Angeles and the like are a shadow of what they used to be. And they're not going hard against criminals. They're not even looking to stop them. In fact, they're passing laws that if you work in a retail establishment and someone comes in to steal your stuff, you can't go after shoplifters. Otherwise, you're a criminal. It is completely jacked, and they want that to be the law of the land. So on top of this taxing the poor away from their Second Amendment right, they, again, are going after microstamping, which the technology does not even exist to be put into firearms the way they want. They're increasing the costs related to training, the permit, and it's making the concealed carry permit, harder to get, especially for poor people and those who don't have a lot of expendable money to defend themselves. They expanded sensitive places. Now, this bill, when it first came out, they wanted to make the whole state a sensitive place. They did restrict that a little bit, but what they did is, in addition to adding some spots, those spots that were already sensitive places in California, they expanded them to include parking lots. Because all of the law-abiding citizens are creating criminal environments in parking lots. You see how stupid this is? This is how they think. And they want this to be the law of the land, guys. They don't want you to have your guns. But immediately after signing this, the ink was not even dry on the new law, the papers, they do the ceremonial signing, and Newsom was sued ×2. The first one was this one here on the screen. This was brought against Rob Bonta, who is the Attorney General of California. And look at the list of plaintiffs. Many of them you're going to hear because you've heard them before. They'll, bring a smile to your face, including two men who we know here and love in this, YouTube community. Reno May, Anthony Miranda, who is the armed scholar, Eric Hans, Gary Brennan, Oscar Barreto Jr., Isabel Barreto, Barry Bahrami, Pete Stephenson, Andrew Harms, Jose Flores, Dr. Sheldon Huff, the Second Amendment Foundation, Gun Owners of America, Gun Owners Foundation, Gun Owners of California, Liberal Gun Owners Association, and California Rifle and Pistol Association, Incorporated. Now that is a powerful list of plaintiffs, and they're looking to shove Gavin Newsom's bill up his keister the way it should be. The second lawsuit was brought by Marco Antonio Carralero, Garrison Ham, Michael Schwartz, Orange County Gun Owners PAC, San Diego County Gun Owners PAC, California Gun Rights Foundation, and Firearms Policy Coalition. So you have the big guns in the Second Amendment world working to destroy what just became law in California. It violates everything related to the Second Amendment. It violates your civil rights. And I want to say again, because there are people in our community who repeat this talking point, and it's an absolute, utter, bold-faced lie, and if you believe it, you're a dumbass sheep. Call me out on it. If you can prove me wrong, call me out on it. These gun controllers are repeating the talking point, and Newsom did it himself yesterday. He said that guns are the #1 killer of children. And it's an absolute lie. They are now including deaths related with firearms by 18, 19, 17, 18, 19, and 20-year-olds. Gang members, gang bangers. They're including those stats and saying that they're children, which is only intended to get to your feelings to think that actual children are really getting hurt at an astronomical historical rate. It's a lie. And if you believe it, you're stupid. Do your work. Do the homework. We've proven it time and time again. Dr. John Lott destroyed that claim. But I wanted you to know that something happened in California that was not good. However, those who are fighting the good fight are attacking on our behalf. So thank you to everybody who was listed as a plaintiff: GOA, FPC, SAF, Gun Owners of California, California Rifle and Pistol Association, everybody who was a plaintiff. And also a big shout out to my friend, Anthony Miranda, the armed scholar, and my friend, Reno May. Both gentlemen are fighting the good fight behind the enemy lines of California. And now their name is on a lawsuit. Guys, thank you, really, for all the gun owners out there, and for those in California who don't necessarily know how to fight for themselves. Thanks for taking up the arms and putting your names out there. I appreciate y'all more than you know. I will keep you up to date with the fight, not only in California, but in a state near you, and who knows, maybe even in your state. So if you want to stay in the know, subscribe to this channel down below. Guns and Gadgets brings you news every single day, from litigation to legislation and everything in between. You'll find it here, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Y'all take care.